Hey, today we are talking to Calandra Gant, the Princess of Praise, and you'll find out in this interview today. Stick around. Welcome to the Christian Musicpreneur podcast, where we provide tips, tools, techniques, and resources to help you grow your ministry. I'm your host, Simone Henry, a business coach and mentor for independent Christian recording artists. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Christian Musicpreneur podcast. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so now. You'll be doing me a big favor and letting me know that this content is actually helping you. So today, I wanted to share an interview that I did with an artist by the name of Calandra Gant. She's from the Atlanta area. And she was a client of mine, and we worked with her to get her intro video set up and start running her ads and all that. And I just wanted to share her with you all. And she's also going to share some of her own advice and help you out a little bit if you want. So without further ado, my conversation with Calandra Gant. Welcome, everyone. Today, I have a very special guest with me. Her name is Calandra Gant. They call her the Princess of Praise, and you will see why in a moment. So she was a client of mine with my latest program, my 6-month program, and we're gonna chat with her, find out about her and her ministry, and try, and also find out like what the program was like for her. So let's stay tuned. Welcome, Calandra. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Simone. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
To do this interview today.
I'm excited too. So why don't we dive right in? Tell everybody a little bit about you and your ministry.
Yes, well, I am Calandra Gant. I am born and raised from Atlanta, Georgia. Been here all my life. I have not lived anywhere else. This is my home. Began singing at a very early age, like normally everybody else. At the age of 3, we always start singing in church and all of that good stuff. But since the age of 3, I've been in the midst of choirs. My grandfather is a musician as well. So I've always been around harmonies and then start playing instruments at the age of 5, and did that all the way up, and then started directing choirs around the age of 13, and really just been in music all my life. Chorus, band, play clarinet, play drums, learned a little violin. Violin is not for me. Takes a little bit more discipline. But I learned it enough to teach it to little kids. So that was enough for me. Piano. And so I've always been interested in music. Like I said, they had me doing piano lessons at the age of 9, and never took drum lessons, just came out just playing drums, I guess just because of the music part of it. But my vocal is my main instrument. The others are just accompaniment, and then went on to a performing arts school here in Atlanta, North Atlanta High School, performing arts, then attended Morris Brown College for about 2 years or so, music education, minor in concentration in vocal performance. And then attended Milner School of Music. So I've been around music all of my life. Sung in 2 or 3 groups, 2 groups in high school, 1 group coming out of college, because I'm a part of a music fraternity called Delta Omicron. And out of that, we created a group called Warehouse that I sung with. So listen, if it's music, I do it. All genres. Gospel is my main, but I've studied it all: classical, blues, jazz. So I love music, but I'm the only one in my family that sings besides my cousin. So it's rare. My grandfather sings a little bit and plays the piano. He's 90 years old. He still plays. So
Awesome.
yeah, I hope to have it.
Grandma.
Yeah, I hope to have longevity like him. You know, he still plays, he still sings. So that's a blessing. So I love what I do, what God has called me to do. But I love teaching other people about what I do as well, so they don't have to make the same mistakes I've made in
I
the
hear you.
industry. Yeah.
I hear you. So there was never anything else you wanted to do. It was just always music.
Well, I wanted to be a teacher. I thought I was going to be a lawyer because I love crime. I love crime shows. So I thought I was going to be a lawyer. They go to school too long. I can't do it. You know, between a doctor and a lawyer. But that's why they make a lot of money though too, I guess, because they in school
Yeah.
had to make all those student loans and all that good stuff. But I was gonna be I thought I was gonna be a teacher, but I ended up kind of still in that range because I work with kids, teaching kids, you know, enrichment program, school. I taught Sunday school at church. So I really ended up teaching. I just didn't have to go to school to get the degree. I got my teaching from experience. So just took classes because I work in daycare with kids a lot. So I'm actually doing what I love to do. I always say my music is my career and teaching is my job. So that's how I kind of look at that.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, teaching is pretty rewarding. It is very rewarding.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you decide to work with me in my program?
Well, I going into the last couple of years, you know, we've been through a pandemic and all these different things. My goal with my music has always been, how in the world can I learn how to make money from my music? Because that's, you know, when you do music full time, and I kind of actually do, in my opinion, do music full time because I don't work a full time job. I contract so that I can do music. So I asked God to just let me work with different people that weren't in the same area that I was in, that could teach me something different, because I always call myself a learner and a researcher. Even with my company, and having a partnership, I do a lot of the admin and researching. And then you have other people that do the creativity. So I love learning. And so I wanted to know, you know, because we get on, we create music, we put it out on sites, and it just sits there, you know, thinking that it's just going to make money by itself. And we really don't know that there's a lot of things in the back end that foundations that you have to have in order to see your numbers change, your money change. And I eventually wanted to be able to make a living from my music, because I've invested so much in it. And it's like, all this stuff you invested, when are you going to start seeing at least revenue from the money? So that was one. And I looked at the information. I always like to look up, you know, or just talk with people and just see, okay, well, this is something I definitely don't know. And so this can be beneficial, because I've been in it 20 plus years, but still learning things that nobody ever talked to us about. They just talk to us about doing music. They don't talk to us about how to maximize the ministry. That's what I call it, how to maximize the ministry. Yeah, so that was the reason why, you know. And so learning a lot of things, still learning, still doing, still learning how to work smart and not hard.
I hear you. I hear you.
That's so the main thing.
What helped you the most?
I think learning how to connect with, because some of us, we're great creatives, but we don't know how to be personable with our audience. We don't know how to connect with them and make it personable. And I think that's the key, or the I want to say the bridge I had to learn how to cross was to learn how to be personable, because I'm such a business oriented person, and sometimes it can just come out not like it could just come out very detailed because I'm a very detailed person, instead of making it a little bit more personable as if I'm talking to a friend. So that was one of the things that I learned, how to communicate in a personable manner with those that are supporting. And really just sharing that authentic part of you with your audience, because that's what people want to relate to. You want to be relatable.
Absolutely.
You want to be relatable. So I had to learn this helped me learn how to be relatable and share and gain some real supporters, because you're relatable, you're touchable, you're relatable. So that's what it really helped me with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just, mentioning on the, I was recording a podcast earlier today, and that's one of the things I was talking about, is that we have to remember, even in this digital world where we're really only connecting on social media and on the internet.
Yeah.
Remember that there's another person on the other side of that DM. There's another person on the other side of that post. And so what I see a lot of artists do is that they'll contact me and they want help with their ministry, or they want me to watch a video or something, and they'll just drop the video link in my DM and they never say anything. And I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do with this? What do I do now? They never say hello, hi, my name is such and such. We put together this video. I'd like for you to look at it, evaluate it. Nothing. They just drop the video and then move on. And I think the thing that we have to remember is that if we were to meet this person in person, how would we approach them? Right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
hand a business card with a YouTube link on it and then move on. We wouldn't do that. We'd have to say something.
Have a conversation. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
What are you working on now?
Oh, wow. What am I not working on? I find myself, I'm like, do I get enough sleep? But I'm trying to learn balance. Well, right now, I'm still pushing my single, bless his name. We have a goal set. Yeah, we have a goal we're set that we want to get. Right now we're about 82 on Billboard indicator. So we're trying to get in the top 30. And then because of the response, I did release another single, Sweeter, but we have not sent it to radio. This has just been for the audience, for the people. And we released that. I'm working on the show that I have with my co-host. Actually, this month we're coming back for a new season, and we actually we're very grateful because we're moved from one set. We got a new set, so we are in the process of doing that. I don't think I was supposed to let that out of the bed, but that's okay. By the time they see this,
spoiler alert.
I know, right? They haven't seen it, but maybe working on my second book. I'm writing here and there, but I've really been concentrating on the music, just pushing the music, trying to stay relatable, and with the pandemic still kind of going on, really working on creating my own platform out there, and just doing a lot of writing. Right now, I'm doing a lot of collaborations with people, helping them write their songs and really teaching them we call it Music Business 101. Our business has really been doing well with new clients. And surprisingly, we're finding there are a lot of people that have just done music and don't know what to do after they do music. They're just doing music. And I guess they think the music is just gonna just do it by themselves, but a lot of them don't have their music copyrighted, but they have it on YouTube. They don't have it registered, with their pro, and they're just out there. Everybody just wants to do music, and they want to be, I guess, a star overnight, but then wonder, how somebody's stealing their music. But it surprised me, like the last couple of people we've spoken with, that the first question we asked them, is your music copyrighted? And most of it is not. They'll be like, copyrighted. And these are people, they just, and I'm like, wow. And then, you know, are you registered with a pro? Because you're a songwriter, you're writing, all this thing. And so you know, one of my friends always says, you find a need and you feel it.
Yes.
You find a need and you feel it. And so I think that's the birth of our business. So I've really just been helping along my business for just helping people, trying to educate them, because I'm still learning, but what I do know, I know I can share. And help them be best. But so I'm working on that, and I'm actually working on my physical part of me. A lot of people, when you're an artist, there's so many different elements of you. You're emotional, you're spiritual, you're physical. So, you know, I've been doing that, have a trainer 3 days a week. So we've been working on our physical part, and then our mental part, because a lot of people don't understand that this industry can be very hectic, very demanding. So learning how to just deal with all the elements so that I can be the best artist. So that I can be, but that's really it, you know. Just because I don't have to record any more music right now. I'm just really trying to push what I do have and get ready. Have a couple of award shows coming up. We'll be going to Augusta and some different things. We're being honored in Augusta for our work in the industry along with someone else. So we're excited about all those different elements that's going on, and trying to stay safe in the pandemic. That's really about it.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
So what did you think is the best advice that you can give artists at this moment?
Oh wow. I guess when you want to get in the industry, and it took me a minute to learn this, and is that just be you. We have Jill Scotts, we have Karen Clark, we have Kurt Frank, we have all of those people already, but we don't have one of you. So I tell people, just learn to accept, be authentically you, whatever your sound is. Everyone's sound is unique. Embrace it. Know your brand, and push your brand, and just really, really know who you are when you get into this industry, and be confident who you are, because if not, then people will make you who they think you should be. And that's when
because you'll end up resenting it later.
Exactly. And you don't want to
be on that therapist couch trying to figure out who am I? What am I even about? What is going on?
And I can tell you, you know, I try to be very transparent. That's why it took me 5 years to finish this last project, because I was listening to so many different people telling me how it should be done, how it should sound. Now don't get me wrong, there's a difference between getting sound advice when you don't know, and somebody telling you what you should sound like. You should sound like who you are, you know, that at the end of the day. So I had to go back to the drawing board, you know, because it didn't sit right. So finally, when I said, you know what, I'm done listening to you and you. And I'm just gonna do what I want to do, errors and all, because this is the authentic Calandra, that I'm not perfect. But I carry my anointing, I carry who I am, and I walk boldly in it. And once I did that, it was time for it to be released, and it's been doing great since the songs have been released. Nothing but great feedback. So trust who you are. Trust who you are.
Always, God made you to be.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. God made you. He didn't make no junk.
Right. And get around people that are not just your yes people. You know, they're not just going to let you just do anything, any kind of way, but everything you put out will be in a spirit of excellence. And then I think you're on the road. So I just tell people coming into the industry that this is business as well as ministry.
Absolutely.
So get your business in order so you can concentrate on the ministry. And once so once you do that, people get it twisted. Well, I'm in ministry, but it's business too. And so, you know, God is a God of business.
Yes,
He gives us business principles.
Advice in the pages of the Bible.
He gives us principles, how to do our finances, so all of those good things. And because his desire is for us to live in abundance, and there's nothing wrong with wealth.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with it. And then when we understand that God is a God of abundance. So I tell them, get your business in order, then you can really focus on your ministry.
Oh, I love
Yeah, so that has been my motto now. I can't, I gotta have the business. And then once the business taken care of, whether I'm dealing with musicians or whatever it is, then I focus on the ministry, and everything runs smoothly because you've gotten all of your ducks in a row, your
Yeah,
I's dotted, your T's crossed. So now you don't have anything to worry about, just to do the music.
absolutely. Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
such a pleasure talking to you today.
Yes.
Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Awesome. My website is Calandra Gant. That's CALANDRAGAN. I always say TT. That's two T's and not one. CalandraGant.com. That is my website. You can connect with me on all social media. You can go to the website. I am on Instagram. Um, I am on Facebook, Calandra Gant, Princess of Praise. Instagram, Calandra_POP3, Twitter, at Calandra. So, if you Google me, you're going to find me everywhere.
Okay.
That's the
And
bad
when
thing
I'll
about
put
Google.
those links in the show notes as well.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much. Just go out there, get the new music, get the book. Our book sales have actually started back again since I've been pushing the book again. So we're just grateful for everything. That's about it.
Moving along, trucking along, moving forward. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, we are.
Fantastic. Wonderful working with you and wonderful talking with you.
Yes, thank you so much, Simone. Thank you for everything. I learned a lot and still learning. I'm still gonna be back as a client, so I've really learned a lot. So thank you so much.
Oh, fantastic. Have a
Awesome.
wonderful rest of the day.
You too. All right.
Fantastic. So what did we learn? She gave us a lot. Thank you so much, Calandra. Um, she talked about having good health as part of being a good music minister. She talked about making sure that you take care of the business so that you can focus on the ministry. It's not just one or the other, it is both. If you are out here trying to make sure your music is streaming so you get royalties coming in, or you're setting up a website and you're selling CDs or t-shirts or whatever it is, that's all the business stuff. And then when you have all that set up and rolling, then you can really put your heart and your soul into that ministry piece. When you are talking to different people and you're out there telling your testimony and you are sharing with your fans and your followers the music and the message that God has put in your heart to share, that's ministering to people's souls, right? Having that business taken care of means, you're not all focused on that. You are, you can focus on the ministry once your business is taken care of. She talked about just knowing the fundamentals, making sure that your music is copyrighted. So many people want to sing and be on stage and share their music, but being able to do all of that means you also need to learn all that comes with doing this whole business, this music industry, this music business thing. And because you don't want to leave money on the table, you don't want to be ripped off. You want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. So she gave us a lot of good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Leave your biggest takeaways in the comments or questions and let us know what you think. That is it for today's show. Let me see what today at 7 p.m. Eastern, I am hosting a live Q&A on Zoom for anyone who wants to ask me anything about my programs, about the music industry, about doing live events, about live streaming, about gigging, about radio, whatever it is you want to ask me. I am doing that at 7 p.m. today. So DM me if you want the link. Also, what else? Also, just visit my homepage of the website, echemusic.com. And you will find, if you want to contact me, there's a link there to send me your music. People ask me to critique their music all the time. I don't know why they want my opinion. My opinion, I listen to weird music, so my opinion can be a little off. But as long as your music is well produced and your vocals sound good, I am usually fine with it. The thing that you should pay attention to is your fan base fine with it? Do they like what they're hearing? Those are the people that you should really pay attention to. Your fans are the most important people in your music ministry. Don't forget that. A lot of times artists want to court the music industry professionals. They want to run behind them and find out what they think about their music and what they should be doing for them. But like Calandra said, be you, be yourself. And the people who should be in your fan base will be drawn to you because you are who you are. And they will find some kinship with you and affinity with you, right? There's already a Kirk Franklin, there's already a Mary Mary, there's already a Kiara Shear, there's already all these people out there. But there's nobody like you. So, and that's another thing that I help artists to focus on is their branding. And really your branding is your uniqueness. What is unique about you? Put that forward. Let people see the authentic you. And you will draw the people who should be in your fan base, the people who will love your music and love you and love what it is you do the most. Thank you so much for joining me today and listening to my rants. And I will see you next week. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for listening to the Christian Musicpreneur podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean a lot to me if you would like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to share your takeaways in the comment section below and join my free Facebook group, Christian Recording Artists Seeking Freedom. See you next time, and remember to take action and never give up.